Excuse me! Taxi!
Come on, what are you doing? This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Now let's go to Lara Trump, who joins us. Lara, first of all, your assessment on Mamdani.
Well, how much time do we have? Because I got a lot of problems with this guy.
Yeah, you got 10 minutes at least.
I got some time, John.
Yeah,
Listen,
nobody's going to trump you.
As
you are
you
a Trump.
just heard, he has really let down the city of New York. But this is kind of what we all knew would happen, guys. Look, we say the same thing over and over again, but it bears repeating. Socialism has never worked anywhere it has been tried anywhere in the world. Talk to people in Venezuela, talk to people in Cuba, talk to people in the USSR, China, all over the world. It has failed, and it will fail in New York City. And now you see you've got Kathy Hochul, the governor of the state, realizing that this entire plan to raise taxes, to essentially ignore people's quality of life, which she and Mamdani have done, it really is a recipe for disaster. The highest earners and the people in New York who can leave have left. The businesses have left, and they are going to continue to do that because, quite frankly, no one wants to stay in a state or a city where they are they have the government working against them. And that's essentially what it feels like has happened. And so whenever it feels like you can't afford life, whenever your quality of life suffers, whenever you're worried about crime going up, et cetera, you're going to find an alternative path if you can. And unfortunately, the people who are going to bear the brunt of this are the, of course, middle and working class individuals who basically are having to foot the bill for all of this crazy spending that, you see now happening in New York City and New York State. So I don't think it surprises any of us, but it is sad because I heard you guys say a few minutes ago, we love New York. This is the greatest city on earth. This is the city that made Donald Trump the man he is today, that allowed us to have the 45th and 47th president. We want it back. We can get it back, but we have to have different leadership. It's not going to happen, unfortunately, under Mamdani, and definitely not under Kathy Hochul either.
Lara Trump, too. I don't know if you heard this. I was shocked, but I guess I shouldn't be shocked by it because it's coming from J.B. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois. He came out and he said that the Democratic playbook, and I don't think it's any secret, it looks like he's gearing up to run for president. It looks like Gavin Newsom, also on the Democratic side, saying that the playbook now is prosecutions for President Trump and his cabinet, and either criminal, and if we can't get that, we'll go for civil. I mean, what are they talking about? I mean, I think about everything your father-in-law went through, all the bogus, ridiculous investigations that he and his family went through that were so unfair. And now it's like, oh, here's our plan again.
Yeah, well, exactly. Listen, when they tell you who they are, believe them. When they tell you what they're going to do, believe them, because to your point, Rita, we've seen this show before. We saw what they did under, Joe Biden's tenure as president, what they were willing to do to our judicial system, to basically all of these entities that had never been used before in a political way. They, morphed them into a weapon and they used them to target political opponents. That is the least American thing any of us could ever imagine, and it's incredibly dangerous. The fact is the Democrats are offering nothing that the American people want to buy. They have no policies that are going to make anybody's lives better. They have nothing positive to talk about. They are only a party of anti-Trump and Trump derangement syndrome, as we heard directly from John Fetterman, the Democrat senator from Pennsylvania, just this past week. And so what do you do whenever you've got yourself in a corner like that and you have nothing to offer? You have to come up with these crazy ways to win. And they run people like Sarah Sanders out of restaurants, and they get down in the dirt and they get nasty. And now they are saying that we are willing again to weaponize systems that have never been used in this way before. And it is incredibly dangerous because once you go down this path, guys, I don't know that you come back. We got another chance to rectify this in 2024 when we elected overwhelmingly Donald Trump as the 47th president. We cannot allow these absolute lunatics to take control of anything because they will do exactly what they say. They are going to weaponize these systems again. It is going to be so anti-American, and it is going to destroy our country.
Well, we have a Democrat here who's not a lunatic, and we have a former governor, David Patterson. Governor.
Well, not so far.
Today's young, right?
Yes. But Lara, I think you really hit the nail on the head when you were talking about the measures that people would take to try to defeat another party. going outside the lines of, let's have some policies on what to do about the problems with senior citizens who are displaced or something like that. This was just simply, we'll just make up things, and if they don't work, we'll make up something else. And I think when you get to that point, you're reaching a place where the society itself has now faltered.
Yeah, it erodes all of our fundamental values as Americans. I mean, this is the playbook that Letitia James used. Don't forget, she told all of us whenever she ran for Attorney General of the state of New York that she wasn't running to make anyone's lives better, that she wasn't running to protect the citizens of the state of New York, which is essentially your job as Attorney General. No, she was running to what? Get Donald Trump. She would find any way possible to get him. I'll go into the Attorney General's office, I will fight him, and then I will go home. That's what she said every time she got out on the campaign trail. And when that is how you've reduced your campaign to, that's what you're talking about, that's what you're running on, that is really, really scary stuff. Once upon a time, we were a country whose, politics may not have aligned directly, but we all, at the end of the day, wanted the same things. We wanted our families to be safe. We wanted to be prosperous. We wanted to have, high income jobs. We wanted our lives to, reflect the values of this country. And we wanted our children's lives to be better than ours.
We want the way we grew up, and we want our children to be even better. Yes. And we want a better America for our kids and our grandkids.
And we lost that.
Yep.
It's very scary stuff, John.
See, I'm older than you. I grew up in the days of Father Knows Best, and leave it to Beaver.
and those are the great values of this country. There's nothing wrong with
Lara,
that.
I was watching your show last Saturday. I mean, being in those that moon capsule and a couple weeks before that, and in the fighter jets, I tell you, I am jealous.
What do you have Saturday?
Well, I have a lot of fun on my show. There's no doubt about that.
Guaranteed.
Listen, as we're talking about, elections coming up, one of the things everybody's focused on is election integrity. When I was the RNC co-chair, it was our number one focus. So I went back to my stomping grounds, the RNC, and I interviewed the RNC chairman, Joe Gruder, as we talk about election integrity, what they're doing to secure this election, and how they're going to fight this fight that we're discussing today, guys. I think it's so important. I'm also going to have John Fetterman on. He's talking about some of the crazy stuff going on in his own party and why he wants to bring the party back and how he thinks maybe they can do it. Joni Ernst is going to talk to us about Iran and all the things that are happening overseas. She's, of course, a veteran herself. And unfortunately, no fighter jets this time, but I do hit the MMA mat with an MMA fighter, Leah McCourt. So we're always doing something fun, John. You got to tune in for that one.
I will definitely be tuning in and watching. I love those fighter jets, and I love that moon.
I can't believe she's doing MMA. Wait, you have to get Mark Wayne Mullins in there at some point. You know that.
That's coming up soon. Stay tuned. You guys know, 9:00 on Fox Saturday night. You may see it
and
there.
it replays at 3:00 in the morning or 4.
There you go.
Yes.
Thank you, John.
We watch it. John watches both.
I watch both.
Laura, thank you very much.
You guys are the best.
Thank you. We
Thank
love
you so
you.
much.
Everyone's going to be tuning in Saturday night with My View with Lara Trump. Thank you, Laura.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.